you back. Yeah, I know. Ooh, ooh, baby.
Okay. So, first question. I want you guys to say, who are you and what do you do?
I can take this first. I'm Nicholas Donaldson. I go by Nick. I'm here at PA. I play water polo. Supposed to only be in the fall, but I'm playing this term because COVID has kind of messed everything up. And so now we're co-ed. But yeah, water polo is my main sport. I've been playing it for 5 years. Yeah, I'm a world partner. I'm going to try to get more involved in iClub. And I'm going to be making a Caribbean club too here on campus.
Hi, my name is Nigel Savage. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. On campus, I run track, do long distance, do the mile. I'm part of the Andover Economic Society. Do some political stuff too. Part of PA Dems. Yeah, I live in Bartlett. Love Bartlett. Great dorm. Currently the number one Nintendo Switch player in the dorm. Take that as you will.
Funny joke.
No joke, no joke. All facts. All facts.
Okay, so my first question for you guys. What has been your favorite memory this term so far?
So the first weekend out of quarantine, our dorm went to play basketball, and we have this house counselor in our dorm named Tom, and Tom went to the school too. And he played basketball. And a little background info on Tom: he is 6'8", and I'm 5'5" and 3/4 on a good day. But me and Tom played 1-on-1. He's 6'8", and he played D3 basketball in college. And someone won the 1v1. I'll let you guys. No, I won the 1v1. But yeah, that was probably so playing and winning, and then everybody in the dorm being there and just cheering with them, and then playing 5v5 afterwards. That day, playing basketball that day was really, really fun.
Well, then I would say for me was beating Nigel, which means I've beaten the 6'8" Tom. Nah, I'm playing. I did beat him though. After 4
I would
tries.
just like to point out that I beat him 4 times, and he beat me once.
Anyway, when I beat him the 4th time, it was the only real time because of undisclosed reasons. But anyway, moving on.
That was the only time you were trying.
Cap.
Yeah, that was the only time I was trying.
Cap.
Before I wanted to make him feel good because I'm a good friend.
Fake news.
So after the 4th time, I was like, I just can't make myself look too bad. But my favorite memory would definitely be probably something that is shared amongst the entire school, and that was going downtown for the first time. As a new lower this year, I never got to experience that in the fall or of course last year because I'm new, and that was a great experience. There's so many different groups of mine that I go down with, whether it be these guys, the Bart guys, my own dorm, which is the Andover Inn this term, by the way, living lavishly, but or my girlfriend Sophia. It's great memories. We'll go down all places of downtown, as deep as Whole Foods or just U-Burger, which is so good, by the way, the best burger joint I've had or I've gone to. Okay, bro, I've never been to Sauce, but to me right now, U-Burger is the best. Great times every time you go downtown. Yeah.
Next question. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
I'd probably go knowing people think, because I think understanding people's thoughts is one of the most like understanding how other people work is one of the like weirdest things about like just being alive, because you never truly understand or like know what someone's thinking. Because I don't know many people who are completely like 100% honest. And even I'd say like there are always some things that maybe you share with like one person, but you're not 100% honest with everybody. So I'd just say like understanding like why people do what they do, what people are thinking when they do certain things, because we all have that one person, one friend or one person we know. We're like, why? Like just why are you doing this, bro? Why are you doing this? So I guess just like understanding and knowing people's like motivations and like reasonings.
I was actually gonna say the exact same thing. That's a big thing for me, especially too. Kind of the same reasons as Nigel, just understanding the reasons behind why people do what they do. Why do they think that way? Social settings. What are they thinking about me? What are they thinking about that? It's just very intriguing. Yeah, and just personally, I would always love to know the true intentions behind the person's thoughts that I'm speaking to. But just to change things up a bit and not go with that, because Nigel chose it, I would definitely choose flying. I just feel like being able to be free from the ground and walking. Me again, personally, I would love to be that free. I feel like that's ultimate freedom, where you can fly and go anywhere. You can see all like sorts of sights, whether it be the sea or mountains, any place I've ever gone. I don't go on planes very much, and so that I feel like this would allow me to kind of explore the world, which so many people kind of miss out on in life, I feel. But yeah, that would be so fun and so like amazing if I could fly.
So my next question is, what is your passion? What'd you say?
I can start this one.
Yep.
The first thing that came to mind was sports and competition. There's nothing that will get me going more than knowing there's something on the line, there's stakes of winning or losing. My personal sport is water polo, but I've played so many throughout the years that have developed an incredible like competitive spirit where I don't want to lose, and I'll do anything I can to win, no matter the consequences or no matter the stakes or anything. It's also just a great part of life to me too. It's incredibly, it's so fun competing, knowing you can lose out on something or lose out on that feeling of winning with your teammates. I do mostly team sports. To me, there's nothing that can beat that final finish line and that bonding moment with everybody you've gotten there with.
I'd say I'm pretty competitive too. Nick's probably seen my competitive side from one-on-ones.
For sure.
But I'd say my biggest passion is probably helping people. I'm a pretty religious guy, so I think we all have a purpose. I think our life has meaning. And I think it's really important to help other people, because I think all of us have been blessed with different talents and different gifts. I think it's really important that we use those gifts to not just help ourselves, but help other people. And I just want to help as many people as possible. I think changing lives for the betterment is probably the best thing and most rewarding thing that you can do, just like as like a human being, just like as a person, like seeing that you help someone is probably the most rewarding thing that you can do.
My next question. What is your favorite thing about each other? What is something you admire about them?
One thing, this is gonna seem really superficial, but like I really admire Nick's hair. Like I think it's like really, really nice. Like I don't think I can get curls like that, but I think Nick has some of the best curls that I've seen. Only being
Factual statement.
yeah, I'd say he has a little trouble going on with the little fade. I can't really get on him because I haven't gotten a fade in a while too, so like I can't roast too hard. But like his curls are nice. I'll give him that one.
I'll go deeper then and just say Nigel's core of bonds, not just with me, but from what I see with his interactions with others, that kind of deep connection he can make so instantly. He made with me. I feel we only had one interaction over the summer through a Zoom call, and instantly I remember thinking, wow, this guy could like really just be my friend. Like, and I just knew that off of the first interaction. I don't know, there's something just about your aura or your spirit that's like you can trust him and that he'll be there for you, I feel. And that's just great to know in my head of him, having him as a friend. But yeah, that's it.
I'd say I'm pretty cool. You're pretty cool too. You're pretty cool too.
Oh my gosh.
Question is, how's the hike up here?
That
What do you guys think about it?
This is my third time coming up here. So I was really trying to I think Theo and I were really trying to surprise Nick. So we didn't tell him. But I don't know if you can see it that well. But I'd say this is probably the best place in the town of Andover. So way back there is the city of Boston. Right now we're in Andover, Massachusetts. We're less than a marathon away from Boston. A marathon is 26 miles away. So at the top of this hill, you can see the city of Boston and a panoramic of everything around it. So it's about a mile away from campus. We didn't tell Nick that you could see this. We just told him that we were going for a hike and that it'd be a good surprise. So I just wanted to get his reaction. So I'll let him explain his surprise and reaction to it.
Yes, I thought we were just coming up here to do work. I had no idea the kind of view that this would bring, but it was so beautiful. And yeah, just about that surprise, they were scaring me the entire way up here, telling me, "Oh, just don't look back when you're going up. Don't look around. There's animals. There's cults." And so I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared. But the results were amazing. They made me not look behind just because the view was behind on the way up. And when I finally had that turnaround, that was definitely a sight to see, as you guys can also see. Yeah, I don't think there's no views that you can get like this on campus for sure. I never even knew that the hill came this high to be able to see Boston from here. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's great.
Alright, my next question for you guys. What is the most important thing in your life right now?
You wanna go?
My family. But I think family is bigger than just blood. I think family is anyone who loves you and that anyone that you love. And I think, having a loving connection with someone is the most special and sacred thing that you can have in life. And I think, you can be miles and have all this distance, but if you truly love someone, you'll care for them and you'll be invested in their life. And I think, bigger than what grade I'm gonna get on the next test, or what grade I'm gonna get in the next paper, or what are you doing this summer, all those summer plans. I think the biggest thing is those bonds and the love that you have for other people in your life.
Yeah, that was a simple question for me too, and again, it's the same as what Nigel said. My family, even more than ever before since coming to campus, I'm being away from them for the first time, especially my parents. Now I realize kind of the core values or essences of life, and that's whoever you hold closest to you is the only thing that really matters. Definitely to me, in life in general, and Nigel put it perfectly, that family stretches beyond just whatever group of people you were born to or the parents you have. It's the relationships you form on the way of your life, I feel. The friends you meet, the people that look out for you, mentors, the ones you love and who love you. Those are who matter the most to me. So yeah, friends, family, anybody who I hold close.
My next question for you guys is, what is one thing you'd say to yourself a year ago? But I'm going to change that too. What is one thing you'd say to yourself at the beginning of 2020 to prepare yourself for what's to come? If you had to say 2 sentences to your past self.
2 sentences?
Oh, just hold it to 2 sentences?
I'm gonna shorten it. I'm gonna say, stay the course. Because I think there were times where it's been a rough year. Because there are times where it looked like, utter despair. You saw a lot of people dying. Then you had racial unrest, and then you had this big old economic crash, and people were, lining up at food pantries because they were hungry. So you saw a lot of, and then on top of that, you couldn't see your friends, you couldn't see your family, you couldn't see people outside of your house. So it was a really sad time. But I think what I would tell myself is stay the course, because I think you're starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel now, with vaccines and people just starting to reopen. So I think I would just tell myself stay the course, because a lot of things, a lot of blessings in my life probably would not have happened without COVID. I don't know if I would have chose to come to Andover if not for COVID. I don't know. I probably, if not for COVID, I probably wouldn't have met you guys in the same way that I did. So I think, even in the darkest of days, blessings can still come out of it.
Yeah, if I had to keep it to 2 sentences, I would have to say something that I think everybody always says whenever they're asked this question. But stop caring too much about what others think of you. Definitely the beginning of 2020 for me, I was in the trenches, I'm not gonna lie, not the best state of mind. I wasn't confident in myself. I wasn't aware of myself and how much I mean to myself. I was looking too much for the validation of others, and instantly, once technically I did already accomplish this. So even if I were to tell myself this a year ago, I feel like he would have learned this himself. But instantly, once you realize that you are the only thing that matters, your thoughts about yourself and the ability to love yourself, that's what matters, not if this other person is gonna like you or how you fit into this setting. No, just being myself, and it worked out perfectly. I guess the sentence I would tell to myself a year ago is kind of the same. Just keep waiting, keep your head down, keep grinding. I was grinding a year ago, work-wise, to get into this school, and I don't know, just trust that process. Yeah.
I have a friend who said something that really changed my life. It happened probably a few weeks ago at Andover, and it's kind of similar to what Nick was saying about self-worth and stuff. And he said, your accomplishments, your achievements don't define your self-worth, don't define your value as a human. And it sounds simple, but it's really transformative, because I think the culture that we live in right now, especially a culture you know, if we go to a, you know, a pretty nice school where a lot of the kids are competitive, but if you are, you know, an athlete, or if you are, um, you know, a business person, whatever you do, there's a tendency to compare yourself to others, and you tend to define how great you are and how good of a person you are by how many games you won, how many A's did you get, how many millions do you make. But those things don't define how much your value is as a human. You being a human yourself has internal value. Um, that outside things and achievements, they don't change that.
So my last question for you guys: you have to tell yourself something. If you had to tell your future self 1 year from now something, what would you tell them? You don't have to constrict it to any amount of words. Just one thing you tell yourself in the future.
Don't forget your roots. Don't forget your roots. I think a lot of things that I've learned and a lot of the values that my parents instilled in me, um, you know, which is like respecting people. You know, I think the one thing, we were talking about this earlier on the way up here. The test of a good person is how they treat someone who isn't offering them anything. Everybody can treat someone nice if it's your boss and you want a promotion, you can treat them nice. But if it's like, you know, your coworker who can't offer you anything, how you treat that person is the test of how good of a person you are. Your test of your character. So I think I would tell my future self, you know, don't forget your roots, don't forget the values that your parents instilled in you. Respect other people, no matter who they are.
For me, I would say I would try to remind him, my future self, to continue to live life, and just be happy. Be as happy as you can be at all times, because I feel like definitely in a year I'm going to be quite stressed. That's going to be a college year, trying to apply to college, and then senior year is right after, waiting to get in. That's the next step of my life, and I think these past few months I've definitely been realizing I'm growing up so quickly, and I'm trying my best not to miss out on just the little things that are not going to be available to me in the future. I'll soon be a man, a grown adult in the world, and I won't be able to have as much fun. I'll have way more responsibilities. I would tell my future self, continue to be happy, continue to live life, do the things that bring you joy. Don't just bury yourself in all the stresses that life has to bring, because soon I'm going to be growing up, and all of what life has to offer a young adult or a young person will be gone to me forever. And that's just the truth of life and how short it is and how fast it will pass. But yeah.
That's it. Thank you guys.
Peace out.